What's up guys, Cocojobro here, and welcome to a new video series where we're going to be going over each of the different types of units in Stream Raiders, as well as going through the different types of classes that come with those unit types. Then I'm going to be letting you know what are the 3 different specializations that you get to choose from once you hit level 20. I'm going to give you my personal recommendation on what the best specialization for each and every unit is. And finally, we're going to go over what units you should be focusing your precious gold, your precious time, and your precious scrolls into. It's going to be a really good video, so let's get right into it. So one thing I want to show you guys is in the game of Stream Raiders, there are 5 different types. There are armored units, there's assassin units, you have yourselves the melee class, the rangers, and then you also have the support group. Now each of these units here, they come with a legendary unit that represents that class, but in today's video we're going to focus on the melee class. So you can see here I have multiples, I have more than 4. I got my barbarians, I got my warriors, my berserker, and then the legendary unit is the war beast. Now, one of the things I want to mention is that when you get a unit to level 30, and if you have more leftover or more scrolls or more overflow, then you can actually purchase and create a second duplicate of that type of unit. So you can see I hard focused on the warriors and also the barbarians. So we're actually going to go ahead and focus on the warrior, which is one of the common units in the game. So this unit you can place every 10 minutes, which is really good. You can rapid fire these things in a battle, which is really great for you because what happens is you can grind those scrolls more often and you can get this unit faster than any other units in the game to level 30. Now what I really like about this unit is it has high HP and it also has a really high amount of damage it does, especially to armored units. Now the only bad part is that it's reduced in the amount of healing that it gets, but don't let that fool you. This is a really good unit that you should focus on in the game. Now in the game you need to notice that there's also different milestones. As you can see here, we have milestone abilities, and this is what's really good. Levels 1 through 4 is the first stage, levels 5 through 9 is the second, 10 through 19 is the third, and 20 to 29 is the fourth, and then level 30 is the final level in the game. So here you can see at level 30 you are doing 100% damage against armored units. So right here I'm doing 76 damage. When I smack a tank or a paladin, I am doing 152 damage to an armor unit. That's even before I get a flag bearer to boost my damage up. That is amazing. Super good, and I really recommend this. Now all of the armor unit or all of the melee units in the game actually just attack one tile in front of them. If you're an epic unit, you do get a little bit of range right there, which really does help you in the long run if you want to try to get an early swing or so. But this unit's really good, and I think we need to go over their specializations because they're really good choices. So the first one that we have is going to be the Raging Warrior. So this one is going to be a specialized melee unit that deals 15, or when you're epic, 50% more damage to melee units. That's awesome, but I really don't think this is the best one to choose from because melee units are going to hard focus those armor units. If you're able to survive the whole battle and focus on the melee afterwards, then yeah, that's a really good one, but in my opinion, I don't think it's really good. Now the second one is the Rally Warrior. So this is a specialized melee unit that grants 10% or 30% when it's epic, a damage boost to nearby allies every 7 seconds. Now this is pretty much just a glorified flag bearer with the ability to be a warrior. That's pretty much what it is. I don't think this one's really good because your friends and comrades are going to be giving you their flag bearers to boost you up. And so I mean, this is really cool if you are a captain and you can do this, but I think your community can rally back with you and use their flag bearers to help you out pretty much with that one. Now the best one that I believe for this class is going to be the Vengeful Warrior, especially if you're playing PvP. Especially, this is literally a glorified buster within a warrior. Vengeful Warriors is a unit that does 100% damage of its base damage when it dies. Pretty much when you attack and someone kills you, you pretty much throw a grenade and explode whatever your base damage is. This is a really epic unit to have, because when you're going in on the front lines, your melee people are going to be attacking the armored, and let's just say the archers get ahead and they kill you. Well, then you can detonate and blow up those front lines, or whoever's just in your vicinity. You'll see a lot of PvP plays that are super clutch because they have a common unit that is able to detonate and explode. So I really feel that this unit is probably this is the best specialization to use for this unit. All right, so the next unit that we're going to be focusing on is the Barbarian. Now, Barbarians are really special units because they can attack one person, and when they attack one person, they actually have an AoE effect, area of effect, AoE damage, and it's kind of like they attack everyone behind them, a domino effect, if you will. It's a really strong, very fun unit to use. It may have a little bit less HP than a warrior, but it can do some really good damage per second. Super strong unit. In my opinion, I will say this is literally the best unit in the game by far, hands down. So again, when you reach levels 1 through 4, you're going to be doing 10% extra damage to your armored units. 5 through 9 is going to be doing 20. 10 through 19 is going to be doing 30. 20 to 29 is going to be doing 40. And when you reach level 30, you're going to be doing 50% extra damage to your armored unit. So this is really good. Essentially, you're going to be doing over 100 damage per hit towards your armored units. Now, this is where it gets sick. If you have first contact with a armored unit, you're going to do 100 plus damage to that armored unit. And because you have area of effect, you're going to be swiping everyone in front of you with 100 damage as well. So imagine having like, 4 or 5 tanks in front of you, and then maybe there's some melee behind you, and maybe like, a healer or something behind you, behind the tanks as well. Not only are you going to hit that one tank, but you're going to hit everyone in domino effect, and probably get, I've even seen it, an 11 hit combo with just one attack. It is sick. It is completely amazing, but this is where it gets better. Let's get into the specializations. All right, so the first specialization we have is the Brawler Barbarian. It's a specialized melee unit that deals 10%, or if you're epic, you do 40% extra damage to other melee units. Now again, when you're a melee unit, you hard focus armored people, so I don't really think this one is the best choice, but you can choose it if you want to. Number 2, you have yourselves the Heroic Barbarian, your specialized melee unit that does AoE damage and grants nearby allies a 10 or a 40% boost if you're epic, damage boost for 7 seconds. So essentially, you're like a rally warrior. Every time you deal damage to people, you boost the morale, or you boost the attack power of your army. Leave that to the flag bearers. You don't need to do that. This is where it gets juicy. Wild Barbarian. You are a specialized unit that does 3 more tiles of damage away. So mainly what I'm trying to say is, you smack someone in front of you and you're doing extra damage behind you as well. So if you could see here, it's a specialized unit that deals AoE damage over a wider area of effect. You're essentially smacking one person and knocking 3 rows behind them as well, or 2 or 3 rows behind them. And it's just an amazing thing that you get to benefit when you are a Barbarian. It is so freaking awesome that you can get multiple kills with one attack. If you have one chance to smack someone before a rain of arrows come at you, you want to take as many people out as you can, and this unit right here, I guarantee you, will get your money's worth for leveling it up. Spend all your gold, spend all your scrolls to get scrolls for Barbarians. They are freaking OP. Alright, so moving on to the rare unit of the melee class, which is going to be the Berserker. Now essentially, all you need to know about the Berserker is it has high health, high damage, and it boosts the power of melee units around them. Again, the 5 different class setups is going to be 10%, 20, 30, 40, and at level 30 you're going to be doing 50% more boosting of damage to your fellow melee units in the game. Now this is a really good unit because it just literally destroys, it literally melts armored units. It's just awesome, and it really does well against other melee units or any type of units in the game. So we're just gonna get right into the specializations. So there's 3 specializations for the Berserker. There is a champion. So a champion Berserker is a wildfire that boosts nearby melee unit attack power and deals an extra 10% or 50% to other melee units. Now again, like I said, melee's focus armored. You might not last enough in the battle to get through all the armored people and then get to the melee people. Some of the melees or some of the archers might take you out because archers hard focus you. So you might not want to do that. You have the Warpath. So the Warpath is essentially a Berserker that has a wider spread of tiles to boost the morale or boost the attack of your melee units. So essentially you're a 2 tile, and then when you have a Warpath, you're a 3 tile, or if you're an epic, you have a 4 tile. So you know, you're like a musketeer that boosts pretty much the attack of range units. That's what a Berserker does. But this one I think is literally the best one. So the one thing to notice too is that Berserkers don't have a damage boost against armor unit. They just do their damage. That's it. They don't have a like the warrior or the barbarian. They don't have damage boost. So a rampaging is, in my opinion, probably the best one because it makes you a melee unit that deals 10 or 50 extra damage, 10% or 50% extra damage towards armor unit. So you can see here that I have 81. Let's just say it's 80. 50% of that is 40. So for every swipe, I'm doing about 120 damage per attack towards the armored people. I think that's super, super good, especially because armor units have such high health. Think of someone who has a really leveled up paladin. Those suckers go up to like 50% or 500 damage, excuse me, or 500 health. They're so chunky, they're so thick, and they need so much DPS on them or else they will stay alive if someone or captain, even their community, has a lot of healers. So you want your Berserker to hard focus those armored people, get through them, and then everyone else will fall. So that's what you want to do when you're using a Berserker. Alright, and the last unit in the melee class is going to be the War Beast. Now, I will tell you this, the War Beast is literally the most broken and most solid unit to use in the game, and I highly recommend whenever you see a battle pass that you literally invest it if a War Beast is in it. Drop the $10. Not only are you going to get gold and scrolls, but you're going to get those sweet, precious legendary scrolls that you can only get during the battle pass or during the events. So the War Beast is a very interesting and a very solid choice to choose, especially if you're doing PvP. So this unit not only gives you a 40% damage reduction if anyone's around you, your team gets a 40% damage reduction. So imagine if someone's doing 10 damage, now they're only doing 60 damage, right? Or excuse me, 6 damage. If they're doing 100 damage, now they're only doing 60. So just kind of think of it that way. And you also do 2 times the amount of damage towards monsters. Now this was really good during certain events that had monsters, but I don't think it's really going to work in PvP because no one really uses a monster skin. So some of the milestones is, there's 5 different milestones. The only ones that I know of is 1 through 4 is 20% more damage towards armored. You get 30% once you reach level 5 through 9, and then 40% is level 10 through 19. Now, once you get to level 20, I'm just gonna assume it's 50, and then level 30 will be 60 more damage. So this is where things get really interesting. The 3 different specializations that you have make this unit super broken. There's not a lot of War Beast. Mine's level 16, and this thing is literally a beast. Like, it's literally a beast. It's in its name, it's a beast. But the crazy part is you have a really high health, you have a really good damage, and you have damage reduction, so it's literally going to take like an army of archers to take you out. So let's go through the 3 specializations. The first one is rampaging. You are a legendary unit that obviously reduces damage by 40%, and you do 3 times the amount of damage towards monsters. Again, like I said, there's not really monsters, and in PvE, when you're playing with your community or your friends, everyone's going to get your back. You're honestly, it's you have like a 90% success rate of winning, you know, PvE matches. It's about the PvP that, you know, your specializations really come into play. But if you don't play PvP, you know, choose whichever class you want to choose. Now, the second one is the champion one. The champion one's really cool. What it does is it actually ups the defense you have. Instead of 40%, it's up to 70%, which is, again, awesome. If someone's doing 100 damage to you, you're only getting 30 damage now. If they're doing 10 damage, you're only getting 3 damage. Really, really good. Helps your team survive. Those who are around you, it's awesome. And you do 2 times the amount of damage towards monsters. Now, this is the sickest, like, I love this one. This is amazing. You must choose it. Like, if you're literally thinking, which one should I choose? Choose Veteran Warbeast, a legendary unit that reduces attack by 40%, but it deals 2.5 damage to armored and to monsters. Now, I'm at level 16, and my Warbeast is at 81 damage. I don't know what it will be when it's at 20. It can be maybe 85, it can be 90, I don't know. But if you multiply 81 by 2.5, you pretty much get 202 damage. That's not even including a flag bearer. Not even including a flag bearer. And if I'm not mistaken, a level 30 flag bearer boosts your damage by 100%. I'm pretty much doing 283 damage per swipe. That is a lot of stupid damage. You are literally melting and slapping down anything that walks in your way. Not a lot of people have this, and not a lot of people will be able to epic it in a PvP match. But if you could just bear with me, if you go against a Warbeast that is level 20, take it out. It is literally Godzilla waiting to just tear through your army and just cause havoc. It is going to be a total game changer if you have this unit in your game and in your team. It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's actually recap. So for the warrior, you're going to want to choose the Vengeful Warrior, so you can be able to detonate and explode with your base damage on whoever that kills you. You're going to want to choose the Wild Barbarian that swipes and shoots 3 tiles behind the person that you just hit. So you hit someone and you take out anyone who is 3 tiles behind them. For the rare units, you're going to want to choose the Rampaging Berserker. You do 50 or 10% more damage to armored units. And then for the Warbeast, you're going to want to choose the Veteran Warbeast, which does 2.5 extra damage towards the armored units. Your melee people are there to take out the armored. In my opinion, I would say the easiest to level up will be your warrior, but I will hard focus a barbarian and literally watch the value with that unit. You're definitely going to enjoy that one, so definitely invest in that one. Invest your gold, invest your scrolls, invest your time in that too as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helped some of you new people out there, or even some of your veterans who have been scratching your heads and trying to figure out which unit you should level up in the game. If you guys like this content, please make sure to like it. Please make sure to share it with your friends or your family or whoever loves playing Stream Raiders. And I'll be going over either the range or the armor unit in the next video, and we'll go through all those as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.